Hello everyone. There was some interest in one of my previous live streams from people wanting to see some cards that I have from various card collections. Not necessarily just cards, but other, whatever, basically collectible things that I have that are sports related. So I figured I would put together this quick video to show off at least some of the cards that I have. So the first set of cards that I have, I'll be showing you 5 cards that come from a set that I bought from NFL.com that may still be available, but is a set I bought from NFL.com of Peyton Manning cards that became available after he announced his retirement. So without further ado, let's take a look at some of these cards. So the first card we have here is a jersey piece on the front of this card. So this is a Fleer Ultra Touchdown Kings card, and as you can see on the bottom left, you have the authentic piece of game-worn jersey. Taking a look at the back of the card, here we have, congratulations, you have received a Touchdown Kings game-worn card. You now possess a card containing a piece of an authentic game-worn jersey worn by Peyton Manning of the Indianapolis Colts. So also at the bottom, you'll see where it says LP Fleer Skybox International LP expressly warrants the authenticity of the piece of game-worn jersey on the front of this card. So here's card number 2. This is certainly not one of my favorite cards. This is an Edge card. This card looks terrible. This is definitely an older card, but this card looks like it was from the year after Peyton Manning was drafted. So this, I think it was from 2000 or 99. Peyton Manning was drafted in 1998. So in the back of that card, this is a third quarter card. It says Peyton Manning, Indianapolis Colts, 6'5", 230 from Tennessee. So yeah, so this card's from 99. It says Peyton passed for 37-39 yards last year to establish a new rookie passing mark. He added a new record to his collection in Week 3 of the 1999 season as he passed for a Colts record 404 yards against San Diego. So again, this card was from 1999. This is from Collector's Edge of Tennessee. This card was a Peyton Manning Century Stars card, 2006 Threads, again when he played for the Colts. So if you zoom in on this one, so again Century Star, so this is from 2006. Manning has completed 8 NFL seasons, throwing for more than 4,000 yards in 6 of those. He has thrown for 33,189 career yards, good for 20th on the all-time passing chart. So putting that in perspective, in 8 years after he started, he was already 20th on the all-time passing chart. He has 77 receptions of more than 40 yards, including a career-long 86-yarder in 2001. So here's the fourth card in the set, Peyton Manning set. This is a Fleer Ultra. Now this is back when Fleer, for anyone who collects cards, this is back when Fleer actually made pretty decent looking cards. The one thing that you'll notice about this card that you don't really see on cards anymore is if you see the left outer edge is curved. So you don't really see cards like that anymore. The one thing that I find weird about this card is that if you look at the face of the card, this guy does not even look like Peyton Manning to me, to be honest. So on the back of this, it has some stats from the seasons up until this point. So this card was produced in 2003 by Fleer Skybox International. So as you can see, you have all his stats from 98 through 2002 in the center of the card there. So I don't know, interesting thing the one thing I found interesting about the card, at least in terms of, You look at his yardage, or you look at how he improved over the course of his career, even so young, just in 4 years essentially, or 5 years in the league, 5 complete years, his numbers were pretty good. Now, the one thing I would say though is that his touchdowns increased. You see his rookie year, he had 26 touchdowns and 28 picks though. That was like probably one of the worst aspects of his rookie year, but the guy threw for 3,700 yards, so that's still pretty good. With a 71.2 quarterback rating, that's not all that great, but it's, hey, he threw for 3,700 yards, right? So then you see in 99 he went up to 4,100 yards, then in 2000 4,400, and then after that, basically after his rookie year, he stayed over 4,000 yards. And then his passer rating, look at that, from 98 to 99, his passer rating jumped from 71 to 90, and then following that year, 94, and then took a minor dip in 2001 and 2002. But his touchdown interception ratio certainly decreased. If you look at 99, his 26 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, and then in 2000, 33 touchdowns to 15 interceptions. 2001 and 2002 weren't the greatest years, but he certainly had a higher touchdown to interception ratio. So one of my favorite Peyton Manning cards here, he had, this is a Super Bowl MVP Ring of Honor, so this is from the 2006 season when they won the Super Bowl against the Chicago Bears. The front of the card, it's not very appealing at all, but again, I guess what can you expect from 2006? I don't really know. Better than the years before, though, of course. So this is a Topps card. And Topps cards, generally speaking, are pretty lackluster when you think about it compared to Fleer and Upper Deck, or just about any other card manufacturer for that matter. Nonetheless, so we have the Ring of Honor Super Bowl MVP, the date of the Super Bowl, February 4th, 2007, Colts 29, Bears 17. So his Super Bowl statistics, 25 completions, 38 attempts, 247 yards, a 9.9 yard average, and a touchdown. Now that you would like to think, okay, geez, that's pretty crappy when it comes to quarterback play. Now, they don't show interceptions or anything like that on here. I don't recall if he had any interceptions that game. But the one thing that you do have to keep in mind with this is that, remember, they had Edgerrin James at the time, and Edgerrin James was a freaking beast. So Peyton Manning didn't really have to do too much work when you think about it. They let James run all over Chicago. And the defense was still a factor in that game as well. I actually think they still had Bob Sanders at the time as well, safety, before he was all injured. So these are the 5 Peyton Manning cards. So next I'm going to move on to some stamps, actually. So these stamps I've never actually taken out of the package. I've never taken these out of the package. So these have been packaged for how many years? I have no idea how I even acquired these things. I just remember one day I had these in a box, and I'm like, where the heck did these things come from? But either way, so as you can see, these are from 1995 Pro Stamps. On the left, we have Johnny Mitchell from the New York Jets. And on the right, we have, there we go, Andre Reed from the Buffalo Bills, one of the greatest receivers of all time. Definitely top receivers. Second set of stamps I have here, we've got Fred Barnett from the Philadelphia Eagles. And again, these are also from 95 Pro Stamps. Then on the right, from the Browns, my team, Leroy Horde. Heck yeah, man. Look at that dude. He's a beast. Third set of stamps here. So we have John Randall from the Minnesota Vikings on the left. Again, 95. And then on the right, look at this guy, Trent Dilfer for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, when they had those terrible, terrible looking, disgusting uniforms. Oh gosh, those things were so ugly looking. But either way, Trent Dilfer. So you might notice him nowadays. Remember, he played for Cleveland and a few other Ravens as well. Um, I think he won the Super Bowl with the Ravens, if I recollect correctly, in 2000. I thought he was on the Ravens Super Bowl team as their quarterback. Um, but yeah, so interesting cards. Or sorry, stamps. So last one I have I wanted to show is actually a basketball card, and it's a LeBron James card. So this card was based on. I've never actually looked to see if this is an actual magazine. I'm assuming it is though, but this card was based on an actual ESPN magazine that came out when LeBron first joined the league. So this is from 2003, 11/10/2003, and so it begins with the picture of LeBron popping a bubble up front. So this was actually okay. So this card was after his first season. So the text says on the back of the card, it was clear after only one game that the prodigy LeBron James was going to be a hit at the professional level. In his NBA debut on 10/29/2003, the young star absolutely dazzled with 25 points, 9 assists, and 6 rebounds. Okay, so this wasn't the year after. This was the same year. So this came out literally the same year that he has started in the league. So pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. The card says it was from 2005 though, actually. So I guess never mind. I take that back. It wasn't from the same year. The card says it was from 2005 at Upper Deck. See, now this is the thing. I mean, for anyone who collects cards, again, I don't know how many of you do, but if you collect cards, the one thing that you absolutely have to know is if you can get your hands on older cards, Upper Deck is the way to go. Upper Deck has their Upper Deck cards are usually worth more money in comparison to Tops. They probably give Fleer a run for their money as well. But Upper Deck cards, one, they're more stylish looking, they're more flashy, they have a better selection of cards and just different like inserts and stuff like that I've seen in comparison to other card companies. Like I said, they're also worth more as well from what I've seen, at least the cards that I have. So just one thing to keep in mind if you're a card collector looking for older cards. And with that, that concludes my first set of cards. Definitely give me a thumbs up, a like, subscribe to me if you like what you saw here. And I look forward to showcasing another handful of cards sometime in the near future. Thank you for watching my video. Bye.